Hello, goh20 technicians and team. Super excited to be rolling out our new meter records form that you're going to be using to submit your meter records for your monthly service, and along with your TDS readings and your flow meter readings and pressure gauge readings. Okay, you still have to fill out the new log sheet that stays in the machine. That's absolutely necessary to have that log sheet filled out when you do service and leave it in the machine. Okay, and it's a good reference point and a backup, but it's also important that the managers at the stores have access to that. Okay, so this is not replacing the log sheet in the machine, but they should be in line with each other. Okay, so I'm going to be sending you a link either through email or text or both. And if I text it to you, it's going to look something like what you see here at the bottom where it says Google Form sign in. It might populate in your phone with the in green. And either one, whenever you press make the selection, it's probably going to ask you to sign into your Google account. When I press the selection, I'm not going to have to sign in because I'm already signed in. But whenever I select it, it's going to populate like that. Okay. Now, depending on your phone and depending on the browser that you use, this is in Safari. In Safari, at the bottom of the browser, you see the little send or share icon. It's the square with the arrow pointed up. If you click on that, it'll give you some options here where you can add this to your home screen. So if you scroll down, you see it in the middle, add to home screen. If I click that button, it's going to create essentially kind of like an app icon on your home screen. You can change the name if you want, but meter records is what it is. I click add, and you can see I've already added multiple times in demonstration and testing. So it just gives you a little purple button there to add, and whenever you click on it, it's going to go directly to the meter records. Okay, if I email you a link and it looks like this, when you click on that link, it may open it up in Google Chrome. That's what this browser looks like, and you can see at the top right next to the docs.google.com, that's where your share or send icon is, the square with the arrow pointing up, and click on that. It's going to give you very similar options. Scroll down, add to home screen there in the middle, you can see. And it does the same thing. I click add, now I have another one. All right, so that's how you add it to your home screen for quick access, almost like an app. So you don't have to go find the link all the time. It's at your fingertips, okay? Now, whenever you're filling out your meter records form, it's going to ask for the service date. Now, this already has it filled out because I was working on it earlier, but this will be blank. And some phones will allow you to just select the calendar and select the date. Other phones like mine, you're going to have to type it in. So I had to type that in 04/08/2025, and then you select the technician, which is your name for your accounts. Okay, whenever you find your name and you select yourself, you click next, bottom left, and then it'll take you over here to the store. When you click on stores, it will populate all the stores in that you're responsible for. Some of you are only responsible for one store. Some of you are responsible for multiple stores. Okay, and then you make the selection. The store that you're recording for should populate under store. You enter your meter reading. So some of these are already, I had already entered these earlier in testing. So I'm just taking that out real quick. So it'll show you that it's a required field. Okay, meter reading. So I'm going to put my meter reading in. All right, and then my RO TDS. So that's my good water TDS. You can take it from the spout. Okay, let's say that's 12. Store TDS from a sink or water fountain. Let's say that's 234. Incoming pressure. Not everybody has an incoming pressure gauge on their machine. So if you do have an incoming pressure gauge on your machine, then you will want to take that reading when the gray motor is not running. Okay. If you do not have an incoming pressure gauge that's recording the city pressure on your machine, if you have a white plastic cabinet, you do not have incoming pressure, you still need to enter something, so you can just enter no. All right. But it is a mandatory field. And then you want to read your flow meters, those clear cylinder meters. The bad water flow meter will be coming out from under the pressure gauge assembly, and that's your wastewater. That line should be running to the drain, and you want to record that. Let's say it's 1.5, and then your good water flow reading is the reading that's coming out of the center bottom of the tube that's coming out of the center bottom of your RO housing, and it should be going through the flow meter into the reservoir tank. And let's say you record that at 1. Your RO pressure, the pressure on your RO assembly, it will not be pressurized unless the gray motor is running. That's why it says gray motor must be running to get this reading. Okay, typically around 100, but some of them we have to set them higher, some lower, and a lot of it has to do with how much water we're working with and maintaining a good balance between our bad water and our good water. It's always better to have a little bit more bad water going down the drain than there is good water going in the tank, if that's possible, because it keeps the RO membrane healthy. And but sometimes we have to settle for it being even, but never, your bad water flow should never be more than your good water flow. Okay, I'm sorry, your good water flow should never be more than your bad water flow. Okay, if it is, then your RO membrane is going to clog. All right, and then here is the fun part. You can add your pictures. So if you already took a picture with your phone and it's in your pictures, you can add it, or you can also just, either way, you can click on this button, click on Browse. Okay, when you click on Browse, it'll give you the option to access your photo library if you already took the pictures, or you can click on the next selection, Take Photo or Video. There you go. Don't take a picture of yourself. Just take a picture of the meter and add a second picture. So you should be uploading 2 pictures, one of the meter, and this is just going to be an example because I don't have a log sheet, but you're going to want to take a picture of your log sheet. Okay, use photo, it'll upload. Okay, so you should always have 2 photos in there. That's the backup your readings. Just in case you typed in something wrong, we have the backup of the meter picture and the log sheet. Okay, and then you just click submit. And it might take a minute because it's a little bit of information, and it'll take you back to the home page, and you can click on submit another response for the next one. Hey guys, I just want to say one more thing. So even though you're submitting your meter records form through the new Google Forms that you just learned about, it is still very important in order for us to know that it's time to pay you and for us to verify that the data came through successfully. It's very important that you still email service@goh20.com to let us know that you submitted your meter readings and your service. And so you can just email us and you can say, hey, I've completed service and submitted it through the form. For whatever stores that you submit it for. So some of you only have 1 store, then name the store, and some of you have multiple stores. So maybe you only did half your stores and you're submitting it, or maybe you did all your stores. And so that way we can just confirm that the information came through successfully, and that email is going to trigger Tammy to process your payment. So after you submit your form, don't forget to also send email to service@goh20.com that you've completed your monthly service, and we'll verify it and we will process your payment. All right, thanks guys.